really, this was a really tough loss. However, we knew that we had to do a lot of things right. I made that statement on yesterday. You going against the regular season champions, and you have to do all the intangibles. And today we really didn't do all the intangibles. You know, we had way too many turnovers. We didn't shoot the ball as well as we could have shot. We didn't really, not from the three-pointer as well as the, you know, it's field goals. You're 18 of 70. You can't win like that. And but anyway, we gave as much as we could give. I feel, it's just a tough loss. But we lost against a team that I can say they're a good team, but they had as many turnovers as we did, so it was like, could at one time, even twice, it was anyone's ball game. I'm just proud of the ladies that they hung in.
Coach, you were down by 20 at one point. Was there any point that did you think that it was over at that time?
I never think that it's over. I'm a coach that I coach from the beginning of the game until the end of the game. It's a lot of strategies that go into making your team better. And this day, I tried to deal with the strategies, but they just didn't fall a lot of times the way that I wanted it. So, but one thing about Coach Bibbs, if anybody knows me, I never give up. I mean, no, that's not a coach who believes in what they're doing and believe in the program and believe in the university, not me.
Coach, looking at matchup, their talented team with a lot of depth. You have some talented players. I mean, down the stretch, did it just boil down to that your players just ran out of gas?
You know, they don't have a lot of depth. They're a talented team, but it's not a lot of depth there. And we were hoping that, you know, we could capitalize on that. I know Coach Cooper possibly want to play any more than 7 or 8 players. And I never like to play any more than that. As you say, we did have a tough game on yesterday, but I make no excuse for that. I really felt that some of the things that happened, as I told my players, the only thing about offense is that, you know, that ball must fall. But I told them, in order to win this game, you must play defense. And we played, but it wasn't the type of defense that I really needed them to play. A lot of times we didn't close traps, and we didn't rotate. That's my game, and that's my philosophy. I don't go in saying, you know, Miller, you got to score 20 or 30 points for us to win. Miller and everyone else, you got to play some defense. We're going to win if we really play defense, and we didn't do that great, but we did cause turnovers. We just couldn't capitalize off of it.
Coach, with your shooting night, I know maybe going in, Coach Cooper was going to try and take the three-point line away from you, obviously from the night before. Did you have a different strategy and a perspective of inside, outside, what you want to do differently?
You know, I'm always an inside-outside coach. I don't believe too much in the three-pointer, you know, and stuff. It falls for us, and it's been falling. However, we know that they were going to play tough defense, and it wasn't like it was that tough. It's just that they were on us, they were in us, and we told the ladies that, you know, you got to get the ball to the basket. You know, you got to triple threat, get it there. And a lot of times, you know, we settle for the three, but we were doing that all year. We actually, as I said, we usually shoot better from the three than the two.
Did Joanna indicate to you, you know, in the last 6 minutes, I think you guys closed it in to about 1 point. Did she indicate to you that she was exhausted?
I don't think so. She didn't indicate that she was exhausted. You know, if you're a player, you know, and it gets down to this, you got to play. You know, you just have to play. And, you know, Joanna, she knows the things that she has to work over the, you know, the summer. And I think that, you know, she's been playing tough every night. And I think she's one that, you know, she doesn't even want to come out. We gave her, you know, a couple of minutes, but, you know, it's pretty tough, you know. And I would always say the opponent that you're going against, if they're in the game, you need to be in there too. That's just how we do it.
Didn't think you got her back and pull out for, you know, 2 minutes, under 6 minutes, and you get it.
In this game, you can get a little breather.
Shot selection down the stretch.
Yeah, and she could have well been, you know, exhausted, but if I, you know, knowing Miller, she wouldn't, you know, she doesn't bail out like that. She wouldn't do that.
Joanna, coming off of a great performance on the other night, how did you feel coming into this game at the start?
was easier last game because I was open more. And this game I had to create shots and I had to, make sure my teammates created shots too. So it was a different kind of style of play.
Coach, talk a little about Victoria's play. I know there was a couple of opportunities, some really good looks. Joanna was drawing the triple team, sometimes drawing 4 defenders. Did you talk to her after a couple of those misses, back-to-back misses? It was like maybe the last 10 minutes of the game. Talk a little about her play in general.
Well, she did what we wanted her to do. She got in and she pulled down rebounds. This is what she went in for. And then luckily, she was right there to make some shots. The thing about Toya is that she knows also what she has to work on because, usually when you're in the post position, you're going to get fouled. She knows she has to work on that free throw, and stuff. And I think that that really hurt her. But she went 50%. But she did, at least with the, she didn't get the first and she did get the second or whatever. But I think she did well. She, got in and did what we wanted to do. And that's what we've been looking for. Initially, maybe 7, 8 games ago, she was doing this, putting down double-double, doing a double-double, but, she had been missing in action some. So I told her tonight, you got to just go in there and get us some rebounds, and she did that. I think she did a good job, really. And one thing about Toya that we need from others is that she talks. She's in your, she's in you when she's playing defense, and that's what we want, all of the players to do. That's havoc on defense. You can't just be a solid killer. You got to go in and, you're defending, then you got to just talk and be in someone, get into their mind, and that usually destroys.
Victoya, did you feel a little frustrated some of the shots that potentially taking the lead or, shrank the lead?
Not really frustrated. I just felt like I should have made it. It was more so like, let me get back on defense and see what I can do to help my team now. If I didn't make the shot, let me see what I can do to create and help. Let's get this win. Can't be frustrated. We'll take away from the game.
Coach, looking at it all, what do you feel like you're lacking any pieces? Looking at the play that Miller had this season, and her being able to draw 2, 3 defenders, are lacking any pieces going into the next
Are you
season?
serious? I didn't get a chance to recruit. I'm lacking pieces. I'm getting pieces. I was just telling the players, what you got to do over the, starting tomorrow, maybe get a couple of days rest, and then you got to get in there. I'm not comfortable ever being in the position that I am, 9th place. I don't even know what that feels like. I do know what it feels like now. I don't intend to be in that position for next year. I came back into this conference to make a difference, and I know that we're going to do it. Grambling, this is my alma mater. I want my school back at the top of this conference, and we're working extremely hard to get there. I will not be in 9th place next year. You can quote me on that one.
Any more questions for Coach and the players? Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Darn sure won't be in 10 either. That's what I'm saying. I'm going up. All right.